What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to go over some of the current data points, what's been coming out from the company itself, including the most recent 8K, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So Faraday has been on a very vicious death spiral. So it did go down 12.98%. And so today as well does mark the transition, day number 1 of 10, and I'm going to talk on what I mean by that in a second. But 16.1 million shares were traded, 15.07 is the average. Today there was one piece of news that did come out through SEC filings and 8K, and in this 8K it does go over the results of the shareholder meeting as far as the votes for, against, and everything. And so of course the key ones that you needed to know were more so proposal number 1 and proposal number 2. So proposal number 2 was a 1-for-3 reverse stock split, and proposal number 1 is raising the authorized shares. And of course, I think this was a losing game. I did do a video already, my last one. Obviously, I've been kind of slowing down on Faraday. I've covered it quite a lot, so this is why I do feel compelled to continue to do videos on it. But I think the likelihood of its success is almost near zero, and the likelihood of anyone getting their money back or having any appreciation in the stock price is just out the window, as unfortunate as it is. Because for them to make the preferred A class share that has 4.5 billion shares for voting power, like, this was a losing game. You can tell based on the votes against, people did not want this to go down, but yet here we are. Of course, proposal number 1 and 2 did pass. So proposal number 2 is a 1-for-3 reverse stock split. And even when this was announced, I said, what the F? Because this is the stupidest plan that has ever come out from any company. This company recently just did a reverse stock split, August the 28th, a 1-for-80, which in among itself completely obliterated any retail's kind of hope for success. But aside from that though, given that it is at 9 cents right now, what is a 1-for-3 reverse stock split going to do? At the same time, by them raising the authorized shares, they're going to dilute this stock to fucking almost zero. My apologies on the French. And the reason why is because they are going to go down to OTC. Even though they do have that delisting notice, so they have up until June the 25th to actually regain that $1 compliance, they are currently below 10 cents. So NASDAQ does have another rule. So if a company is below 10 cents for 10 consecutive trading days, this is where they do get delisted. Completely separate rule from that $1 bid price rule. So essentially, today is day number 1 of 10. And so if they are below that 10 cents by the end of the 10th business day, then they're going to get knocked off. So most likely they're going to use this 1-for-3 reverse stock split to rectify that deficiency. And so that'll be coming probably and announced within the next week. And then over and above that though, they'll have to do another reverse stock split to rectify the bigger situation, which is that $1 bid price deficiency by June. So definitely this is not the best. And of course, especially with future reverse stock splits on the table, more dilution and many other things, doesn't really incentivize people to get in. Rather, it's more incentivizing shorts. So I'll give you a quick breakdown of what they did. Surprisingly, out of everything, today they did return 1.07 million shares. And so that in among itself does signal that nobody is buying this. For them to return 1.07 million shares and the stock price still went down 13%, something's wrong. The sentiment, nobody is buying Faraday behind the scenes. 30.18% of the free float is being shorted. 34.52 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 25.68 and utilization is 97.71. So shorts are just very much in control of Faraday. And clearly the discrepancy by shorts returning and clearly the stock price still going red, all the long institutional investors, even though there wasn't that many, they are probably selling Faraday, and they have been over the last little bit, which is kind of signaling the downtrend that it has been on. So let me know your thoughts on Faraday. Even looking at options, so $787 in calls being purchased versus $396 in puts. So based on the dollar value, like nobody's even looking at Faraday, nobody's optimistic. And despite the low dollar value for the options, 65% of all the options being done are bearish. So people are anticipating for it to continue to trend down. So like I mentioned, a reverse stock split, so that 1 to 3 for that deficiency for that 10-cent bid price rule. And then of course a second unannounced reverse stock split is going to be coming, and that is going to be the dagger. And this is where it does get difficult, and this is just my own projections, of course, not financial advisors, so you guys always do your own due diligence. But between that 1 to 3 reverse stock split and that third unannounced one, that is where the company is going to try to get enough liquidity from, and while still being on the NASDAQ. So they're going to dilute to kingdom come, completely capitalize on this new authorized share count. So again, there's going to be a hell of a lot more dilution in the foreseeable future. If you are looking at trading this, couple key points to watch for. So with it closing at about 9 cents, so it is exactly on this S2. If this does break, then ultimately you can kind of anticipate it to go down to around 7 cents. So if you are looking at trading this, definitely keep note of some of the strong support and resistance points. But like I kind of already said twice, they are going to be announcing a 1-for-3 reverse stock split probably in the next week, because day number 10 roughly will be, give or take, probably the last week of February, or second last week of February, probably the 21st, 22nd. So of course they'll have to announce it 2 days prior. And so yeah, that's just my own projections, but so far based on Faraday, it has come true and very accurate. So let me know your thoughts. Are you still bullish on Faraday, and why? I'm very curious to know, for those of you that are bullish, why, what do you see coming? So let me know your thoughts on that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to take advantage of this. Even though Faraday has been going down quite significantly, take advantage of some free shares. So simply sign up for an account with Moomoo, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So link is in the description below and also the comments for this promo. So take advantage of that. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.